As you may recall, I recently bought some consoles and some controllers to do up and hopefully make a profit on. Here are the N64 controllers that I promised you I'd make a video about in the N64 repair video. As you can see, they're absolutely filthy and, well, they suffer with a little problem. But these little bits of plastic, they can save the day. From America. Can you guess what they are? 5 N64 controllers. All of them lovely, apart from that, and that. That's right, they all have wobbly nobblies. How does this happen? Well, the plastic rubs on the plastic and creates friction, and then they wear each other out, and then the plastic turns into powder, and the only way to repair this is replacement parts. Oh, and lubricate them. Nintendo didn't bother with any lubrication, so the plastic rubbed against the plastic. And this is why all old N64 controllers that have been heavily used are either in landfill or not being used, or on eBay, sold as spares or not working. This is also why if you went around your friend's house who had an N64, they would give you the main controller because it's been worn out, and that's why you kept getting shot in the head in GoldenEye. This is the whole module for the thumbstick, and I've just taken out all of those screws. They are absolutely filthy. WD-40. Give that a little shake. So I'm doing all these in parallel. I've got 5 of them to do. I'm going to show you just one because it'd be pointless showing you 5. I'm going to be cleaning every component, including the rubber pads and the undersides that have the carbon pads which make the connection when you press a button. They're going to get a nice little bath, removing the pads and mixing them in with the buttons. They're going to go straight in the bath. They are filthy. Ugh, DNA. I quite like that, RGB. I'm going to get a load of soapy water and let these soak in that for a bit, so I've got less scrubbing to do with the toothbrush. Squirty, squirty. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Look at that, that's disgusting. Just washing that DNA off with the toothbrush. Quite therapeutic. There we go, all drying out now. 5 shells, front and back, all drying out. Lovely and clean. And now for the pads and the buttons. You're probably thinking, what's the point of cleaning these bits? But these rubber pads have contacts on the back, and if they're not clean, then your button presses aren't clean either. So while these are drying up, let's get cracking on the main job, which is getting these bits replaced. Okay, one thing I'm not going to do in bulk is fix these all at the same time, because I'll be taking them all apart, there'll be loads of pieces, and just in case some of the models are slightly different, I don't want to mess things up. You're lucky, you only get to see one of them being done anyway. Alright, you ready? This is what's inside of each of these little joystick modules. Okay, that's what's inside. It's full with white powder. That white powder is what I was talking about. That white powder is made out of the thumbstick and that basin, what you see there. So it's the base of that stick rubbing against there. It's also getting a little bit of the black plastic as well, which I realised later on, but not so much. It's like a pestle and mortar, essentially. So now there's less material on the joystick because it's now powder, and that's why everything's so loose. We'll be replacing the 2 white bits of plastic because they're the bits that have been wearing away. So removing the circuit board. Just get rid of that. Blimey. There's the replacement. Swapping those over. Yeah, I don't really want to be taking this completely apart. It's a bit of a nightmare because you've got to have 7 fingers to do this. So I'm just going to hold down that spring and rotate that. So that's the old one next to the new one. Can't actually tell much difference. I'm going to put that back through there, turn that around, and again that goes that way and then that way, and that locks on in there. And using my favourite combination of cotton buds and IPA, giving the inside a good clear out. And let's get rid of some of that loose dust that's knocking about. And before we close it back up, a little bit of grease. I don't want to get any grease on the actual wheels because there are tiny little holes in the wheels, and the circuit board has a little component on there that looks through those holes and ascertains whether the wheel is rotating left or right, which equates to left or right or up and down in the game. Just a little dab on each of those 4 grooves, and also around there because this rotates over time. And also in there and in there. That'll do. Put that back in there. And hey! 1 down, 4 to go. Oh yeah, don't forget to put the circuit board back in. There we go, with the circuit board. So much better. It was so loose before, you could shake it and it would just wobble about. That's lovely now. I knew. Sweet. There's a tiny little bit of give, but nothing like what it was. What a lovely collection. They're all nice and clean now though. So I'm cleaning those contacts, those carbon contacts. Oh, I'm cleaning everything. And now the fun of putting this back together. Lovely, so nice, almost like new. So here we are, 5 lovely controllers for the N64, all with new joysticks. They're nice and clean, and apart from that yellowed one, they almost look new. There's a couple of little scratches here and there, but you can't really see them unless you hold it to the right angle. But I'm really happy with that. If I was around someone's house and we were having a game of GoldenEye and they gave me one of these pads, I'd feel in control, and I'd still end up with my head shot. And I'd definitely lose. That was definitely worth doing. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.